Okay, hello, good afternoon, everybody. Zach, welcome to the chat. Thank you very much for the 50 stars. Yeah, there's some great tunes on this playlist, isn't there? Thank you very much, dude. Mariner, welcome to the chat, brother. I hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. Mark, Kieran, and Ben, thank you very much for the follows as well. Already coming in with those follows. Thank you very much, guys. Hope you're all well and having a fantastic week. All right. Didn't even make it to the end of the countdown. I'm very prepared today. Very prepared indeed. All right. Sean, welcome to the chat. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. So today we're going to be doing some Scandinavian sectors with, funnily enough, Scandinavian airline systems. And yeah, basically these are going to be super short legs. And we're going between, we're going to just do a few legs in between Copenhagen and Gothenburg. So it's going to be good. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be very intense, very fast. And it'll be great, yeah. I mean, it should be good fun practicing landings as well. Lots of landing is going to happen today. So it should be, yeah, it should be a lot of fun, really. Looking forward to it. And yeah, we've got a beautiful Scandinavian livery that someone's brought out. So yeah, looking forward to giving that a good whirl. Philip, welcome to the chat from yourself in the west coast of the US. I bet it's quite early morning for you, isn't it still? But so good morning to you, sir. Frederick, welcome to the chat, brother. Good to see you again. And Lack, welcome to the chat. It's going very well. Yeah, very well. Thank you, Mariner. How are you doing, dude? Good to see you. Myland went to level 3 as of today. That means work for me today and less watching. Oh, dude, that is... I mean, that's good, and it's also bad. But, you know, I mean, I suppose that's positive. You know, at least sort of getting things back to normal-ish. I suppose, if that's what level 3 means. I can't remember all the level systems now. It's all got, like, I don't know. I haven't been following it that closely. I've just been staying at home. Alessandro, ciao. Welcome to the chat. Welcome. Good to see you. Daniel, good afternoon. Good to see you. I'm doing very well, thank you. Yeah, how are you doing, Daniel? Work starts for me at 6 a.m. Already been productive an hour and a half. GitLab CI/CD pipelines working. Hashtag winning. Yeah, mate, that sounds like hashtag winning morning. You can't beat it when you get up in the morning and you just get everything done. Kel, welcome to the chat. Welcome. Got a resident from Gothenburg by the looks of things. Amazing, dude. Thank you very much. Yeah, big fan of the Scandinavian regions. All right, Lack, take it easy, brother. Hopefully catch you again soon. I'm going to be going live again tomorrow, hopefully. So if you're about then, I will catch you then. Otherwise, I'll be back as normal on Sunday. Yeah, good man. Just enjoying a week's leave. Not like we can go anywhere. So just specking out my new PC. Oh yeah, that sounds good, mate. That sounds good. I enjoyed doing that a little while back. Yeah, really go deep on it when you've got nothing else to do. Yeah, man. Enjoy. What kind of spec are you going for? Gordon, thank you very much for the chat. For the follow. I hope you're well and having a fantastic week. Welcome to the stream. And apologies, I can't quite read the other name there, but thank you for the follow nevertheless. I hope you're well. Oh, we're still flying with the CRJ today. We are indeed. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. That is the wrong side for the camera. There we go. Okay, here we are at Gothenburg. Got this beautiful scenery from Orbx that I got in the sale. There's a sale currently on, so this was only about £6, I think. And yeah, it's super nice, super detailed. You've got all these static aircraft. You've got the cargo apron down there. You can see in the distance DHL A300s, or it might be a 757 actually, but apparently this is quite a popular cargo airport. And yeah, I just really like this airport. It's just got a lot of nice detail to it. And yeah, as you can see, everything's just textured super nice. You've got these really cool sort of retro looking jetways with the little circle windows. I do like those, especially painted green. It just looks cool. And then coming over here, you've got the cargo apron, and you've got this amazing detail on here with the signage, and the texturing it's just brilliant. It just looks really good. It's just super immersive, super nice. And yeah, can't really go wrong. It's not a huge airport, but nevertheless, it is very nice. All right, so here we are in our Scandinavian CRJ. Scandinavian, they don't actually fly the CRJ 700. They fly the CRJ 900 mainly, I believe. But we don't have the 900 yet, so we're just going with the 700 for now. But we've got this beautiful livery, as you can see. It's got this really nice sort of PBR texture work on the lettering there, so you can see in different lighting, it kind of just picks up the shine there in the lettering, which is very cool. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Not too bad. I've decided to build my own PC instead of waiting. Yes, that's the best way, Mariner, dude. Best way, 100%. 100%. All right, then. Okay, so we're on VATSIM. There isn't any controllers on this airport, but there is, I believe, some controllers on at Copenhagen when we get there. So yeah, we should have some arrival ATC. So without further ado, let's get this thing set up. All right, so quick safety check, just obviously checking spoilers down, thrust levers are in the idle position. You've got the flaps set to 0, which is the same as outside. Just checking everything is in the right place, making sure this handle's not pulled, this handle's not pulled. Everything is good. Making sure the nose wheel steering is off. And overhead, making sure we're looking good up here. Everything looks fine and dandylicious. The fuse panels look good. Everything is looking fine. All right, let's get this thing powered up. So we'll get the battery on to begin with. And let's get a bit of lighting on the go in here. It's very dim. There we go. Flood lighting, integral lighting, floor lights. These lights are not, of course, going to come on just yet because I haven't got the main power going. But we can do that now. Let's go to the. Let's go speak to Dave right here. Let's get the ground power carts. Put the wheel chocks in place. Ground power cart. We can get connected, and we'll get all the doors open. There we go. Love to see it. Love to see it. Animation on this one is so cool. Beautiful. Got the chocks in place now. I'm not sure why they weren't by default. I thought that was how it worked, but hey ho. All right. So we can go over top and stick the AC power on now, and we should get some nice lighting in here. Let's get the dome light on as well. Okie dokie. Hey Bobby, you mentioned before in your CRJ setup tutorial that you were going to make a video of how you've controls bounded. Will that be coming out soon? Yeah, it is something that I'm going to still do. However, I am a little bit hesitant to fully do the video yet because there's a lot of controls on the TCA add-on and things like that they just don't work at the moment, unfortunately. I've got some workarounds I'm going to try out today, but the solution I've got is not that great, really. So there is supposed to be a patch coming out fairly soon, so I'm kind of just seeing if that comes out, and then I might make some more progress with the video. I just don't want to make a video and then a patch come out that changes things straight away. So I am going to just hang on a couple of days, and then I'm going to decide whether I make some more progress with it or not. So yeah, but feel free to ask questions as we go along here. We'll get set up, and I'll try and go through a few things with you whilst we are on the move. Looking like going to have to go for an overclocked AMD Ryzen 7 with a 3080 and a cool 2 GB of SSD. Beautiful, love to see it. 32 GB of RAM. Yeah, parts are extremely hard to get hold of at the moment. Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, I hope you managed to get hold of all that stuff anyway. Hopefully you're not in too much of a rush. I remember when I got a new PSU for my computer, which was about a year ago, right in the middle of lockdown. Yeah, it was just like trying to find. It was just like gold dust, basically. Ramsey, good afternoon, brother. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you in the chat again, as always. Yeah, no worries at all. No worries at all, Ryan. No worries. Like I say, feel free to shout out once we get underway if you want to ask. But yeah, like I say, you know, the word on the street is that there might be a patch for the CRJ very soon. So, and I know they were working on getting the flaps axis working on the TCA. So that's one thing that's kind of holding me back. And I'm kind of hoping they get some of the stuff working with the parking brake and whatnot. Which reminds me, I did get the parking brake working a little bit on the TCA. And what you have to do is you actually have to just release this first, and then it works. Like, see, I can't really show you now because the chocks are in. But I'll show you once we get moving. When the chocks are in, it always says parking brake on. So can't really show you that just yet. All right, let's get set up anyway. And I'll stop waffling on now. So we'll go 0 fuel weight. And we're going to go for 25666. And then we'll go ahead and I'm going to just put 100 fuel in for now, and we'll go enter. And that's all in. Set payload in simulator, and then we'll go and load it in with the fuel, because I think this is such a cool little feature. And we want 3656 on the fuel. A lot of fuel for such a small leg, but I think it's because SimBrief chooses such a strange, like, it's chosen, I don't even know where, Echo Delta Delta Papa, obviously somewhere in Germany. I'm not sure what actual airport that is. It seems quite far away, but hey ho. So we need 3656 fuel. Oh, we almost had it there. We'll go with that. We'll set that loading. Okie doke. Right then. So let's do a originating checklist. All right. So working our way around the cabin here. Let's get the Skycam on. That works. Let's test the oxygen. Beautiful, beautiful. That's all working. That's all working. That's all working. Audio warning. Panel lights are out. That's good. We can turn this guy come on if we want. Wrong switch. There we go. Don't really need it on. Let's go overhead. AC power is in use. This is all good. All the generators are on auto. Quick fire test. Fire sys okay, looking good, beautiful. Hydraulic lights are out, beautiful. Nav lights can come on as well as the logo lights. That's beautiful. next panel. Fuel pumps can be off for now. All these lights are off. That's fine. Bleed air normal. Bleed valves auto. Bleed source both engines and isolation valve open. All these lights are off. That is perfect. Let's do the hydraulics next. So popping this out, let's turn the hydraulics to on. That is working. Let's turn them off. Well, not off, but to auto, and then we'll turn the 3A pump on. So this 3A system is going to say powered. Let's close that one off. That's good. Cabin pressure. We don't actually need to change the cabin pressure knob because Copenhagen airport is right at sea level, so don't need to worry about that. Manual rate is full decrease, and the rest of the lights are out. This middle position, that's good. Air conditioning is currently off. We'll leave that off for now, and the anti-ice should also be all off. That's fine, and everything else is good. We can turn the standby compass light on to bright. That's here. That is looking good. It's an extremely dim light anyway, but that's fine. We can do a quick emergency lights test as well. Status page. Pop that out. Emergency lights on is indicated there. Off. Test is okay. Stick that to armed. And we can put the no smoking signs to auto, as well as the seatbelt signs to on, as we're now loading the fuel. Okie doke, jumping down to the center console here. Quick anti-skid. Anti-skid is armed, sorry, so that's fine. Horn is off. I believe this is the brake temperature monitor sensor, something like that. Overheat warning test, warning reset, sorry, so we're not going to touch that. That's fine. Brake temperature is 0 to anyway. We can do a gear bay overheat, and then a standard overheat fail. So that's fine, all good. Test all the lights in the cockpit. Everything is looking good. Before I forget, in fact, I'll do that in a sec. That's good. We can do a lamp test on the second system as well. And we can come down here and check the autopilot panel is working. So we can do 1 on the left side, 2 on the right side. That's fine. We'll go to middle. And then we're going to have those on bright. Radio tuning panels. Let's do a TCAS test. That is looking good.
System test okay.
Great stuff, great stuff. Next panel. Standby radio on. We can turn the stab trim on now as well. That should show a quick spoiler stab in test. Mac trim can come on as well, and that should then disappear out of this list, so that's good. We'll turn the IRS to nav, and everything else can stay as it is. We can't activate the yaw damper until the IRS is aligned. Now, having said that, I believe I had this on instant, so I'm going to just change that back to realistic. Put flight deck noises on, and we'll go back down here. Let's turn those off and then on again so that we get that aligned time going. And I just hit another switch there. I can't remember. I don't know which one it was. I just heard the noise and I didn't see what actually moved. Oh dear. I mean, everything looks in the right spot. Okay. Oh, maybe it was this one. Yeah, I think it was that. I don't think that actually does anything anyway, especially if you're on VATSIM, but it keeps moving back. There we go. Wait, something else just moved. What is going on? Can you guys hear that? Wait, it's all these. That was so weird. All right, And then we can do a quick test on the ADG control. Green light there, we've got that. That's perfect. Emergency flaps are in the normal position. All right, that's pretty much everything good to go. Let's just check on these screens here. So I'm going to just make sure everything is set up properly. I'm going to put that to plan mode for when we punch in the flight plan. And we can do a quick radio altimeter test by pressing this button. RA test is looking good. Now, I think this one only works properly when it's actually the IRS is aligned, because it does show you sort of, I think it shows 100 feet here. So we can't really fully test that just now. So we'll do that in a bit. And then we shall just set the QNH, which is going to be 1014. So very close to standard here. Let me just verify that with B. That's looking good. Okay, and then last tests for today. Sorry for this startup here. Let's just do the stick pusher test and stall warning. That's looking good. We've got continuous ignition shown on the screen there. We can actually look above and see continuous ignition is lit up here as well. And that is a stall test. Okay. Beautiful. And then we can do this test just finally.
Pull up. Wind shear.
Woo.
Wind shear. Wind shear.
Thankfully got a month or two yet. We are buying our first house and can get the game room set up and flight sim on the go. Nice. Nice, man. That's perfect. That's what you want, really. If you're not in a rush, then that's probably good for now.
Too low. Terrain.
Phil Dup 808 on Twitch. Thank you very much for the follow. Sudha, Victor, and Eric, thank you very much for the follows also on Facebook. In fact, Eric, thank you very much for the share. Much appreciated. That's very helpful and very awesome of you. Thank you very much, dude.
200, 100, 50, 40, 30. Shout
out to
20.
Bester, yeah. Sorry. Am I saying that right? Bester? Beister? I can never say that, but shout out. I'm sure everyone in the chat knows what I'm saying. All right, cool. So let's just finish that checklist. We should have got everything there. Only one we haven't done is yaw damper, but like I say, we can't really do that until it's actually aligned here. I'm not sure if that's actually intended behavior or not, but you'll see if I press it here. It still says YD here, and yaw damper will be on the next page on here. So if I go CAS, you can still see yaw damper. So I'm not sure why that doesn't work, but there we go. All right, let's check the fuel status. It looks like we've got 3695 here. It looks like it stopped going up, so we can go back here, 3695. That's looking good. Let's turn it off and turn it off there. Beautiful. All right, so let's just guard that button as well. There we go. Hey, Ramsey, thank you very much, dude, for the 200 stars, brother. Much appreciated. Thank you very much, dude. Absolute legend. Anthony, I'm glad you find my pronunciation hilarious. I can probably say that when I'm not on stream. It's probably just because I'm on stream I can't say that. That's probably it. Can't wait for this to come out on Xbox. Yeah, it should be pretty cool when it comes out on Xbox. I'm looking forward to that. Mainly, I'm looking forward to it because they're going to optimize the PC version much better when it comes out. So I'm looking forward to having higher frame rates. Oh, one thing we did check upstairs on the overhead panel was the windshield heat. That goes to low, doesn't it? There we go. That's why we have checklists. Beautiful. So I think everything else I actually got. Trims we can do as well. So we've got the fuel in, so let's init fuel from aircraft. Now, it's changed this again. I'm not sure why it does that. It's changed it by a lot as well. It's crazy. Let's see here, actually. Zero fuel weight, 22934. No, that's not what we want. All right, let's just change that. 25666. Enter. Fuel is 37. I'm sure we had more fuel than that. Hang on. 3695R, so it's just rounded it up. All right, that's perfect. Set payload in simulator. 6.5 is the trim. Let's just stick that in. And then, of course, we can check these trims, but they're a bit fiddly, so I'm going to trust that they work on this occasion. All right, cool. So that's all done. We can set our takeoff speeds. All right, and I think we're pretty much good to go with that page. Pretty much done with it. So, yeah, let's get our FMS set up now. That's we've got everything in there. Sorry, everything done on those checklists. We'll set our FMS position. There we go. 3 minutes to align. Let's go flight plan. Echo Sierra Golf Golf to Echo Kilo Charlie Hotel. There we go. 123 miles. Alternate is Echo Delta Delta Papa. And the originating runway is 21. Beautiful. And our flight number is SAS 446. This is based on a real flight that they do in the CRJ 900 that they're going to start later on in April. But like I say, no CRJ 900 yet. So we're just doing it in this. Execute. Let's go departures and arrivals. We are going to want to do the Toppler 3 Juliet departure. We're going to execute that. Let's go back to our flight plan, and we've literally just got one waypoint on this route. Lima 966 is the airway. Sorry, not 966, 996. And we're going to Ernov, which is actually the first waypoint on our star as well. So, extremely short flight today. Execute. And what I'm going to do is, because it is an extremely short flight, and I kind of want to be a little bit ahead of the curve, I'm going to set up our arrival already. So we're going to go for the Ernov 1 Charlie, and we're going to go 22 right. And transition, we'll just use vectors for now. Let me just see, actually. Now, I think 22 left is actually more commonly used at Copenhagen. I might be wrong, but when I flew in there last night, it was 22 left on VATSIM. Let me see if I can actually get... if I bring up vPilot, and... actually, the ATIS is out of range, isn't it? So I can't get that. Alright, let's leave the ILS off for now. Let's cancel that. We'll just put in Ernov 1 Charlie, and then we'll just put in... Oh, okay, that's specific to that runway, isn't it? Aha. Okay, we'll just leave it for now then. We'll just leave it for now, and we'll get the ATIS when we're in the air, and we'll take it from there. All right, performance. Let's go for a flex of 48. And our cruising flight level is going to be a flight level of 230. Alternate, I'm going to leave blank, and we are going to go back to Dave and copy that data. That's all pre-filled. Execute, and we'll put in our cruise wind, which is going to be -19, which is a headwind, and then ISA deviation. Now, I'm not sure if you actually put this in from the flight plan like this, but it would be -2. So you would put it in, I suppose, like that, but I'm not sure if that actually is the right field that I'm using there. So anyway, we'll go with that. It's all good. Next page, estimated time of departure. Let's say 15. I actually planned for 1/4 so we'll try that. And then we'll go VNAV. this profile is fine. It's 5,000 feet here in Sweden. And then we'll do the same on the other end, although that could change. And that's looking good. Don't have any descent info yet because we haven't put in an arrival. So that's just fine. All right. That is our FMS all set up. What I might just do as well, just for reference, is just put in a fix. So we'll put in Echo Charlie, Echo, what is it? Echo Kilo Charlie Hotel. And then we'll put in our expected top of descent. So we are going to be cruising at 230. So that's 246, 69, 79 miles. And we'll put that in distance. And that should give us a fix on our MFD here. Let's check for any discontinuities. That's looking good. We've got one at the end, obviously, because we haven't put in an arrival yet. So we'll leave that as it is for now. Let's just check on the plan view. Everything looks good. It's such a short flight plan, we can easily see it without having to scroll too far. Go back to the map mode here, and then if we zoom out, we can actually see, there we go. We've got our ring here, which is going to give us our rough top of descent there. Okay. Last thing to do, MFD menu, we'll turn our window to on. And we'll do a quick departure briefing. All right. Let's bring up the fuzz pad. Okay, so here we are at Gothenburg. And we're at stand 60 here, just by the main terminal. And we're taking off runway 21, so we'll taxi on down this way. I'm not actually sure what taxiway that's called, to be honest. This appears to be Zulu over here. Let me just check this. Oh, is it Lima, maybe? This one might be Lima. Basically just going to taxi on down to what is this dotted line actually? ATC service boundary. Okay. Huh, I didn't know that one. That's interesting. Anyway, we're going to taxi on down. I think it's Lima, and then left onto Yankee, and then onto the runway. So fairly simple. And then our departure is going to be the Toppler 3 Juliet. Runway 21, obviously, coming out this way. No restrictions, really, except for this minimum gradient to make, which shouldn't be an issue in the CRJ. Initial climb clearance, 5,000, unless otherwise specified. Now, we don't have any ATC on at the moment in this area. In fact, let me just check that before we go any further. Yeah, so we don't have anything on at the moment. The controller's logged off at Copenhagen as well, unfortunately, but we do have Copenhagen control on as well, so we'll get ATC from them. We are somewhere up here. I can't remember exactly where it is. Oh, we're right there. That's us. Okay, cool. ILS CPH is that does that say Christian? Does that say ILS CPH? Sorry, I'm not sure on your abbreviations. I don't know if it's showing up wrongly on my screen. Is 221. Tadios, welcome to the chat. Hello to yourself in Ethiopia. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, cool. So that's us there. We are going down to Copenhagen. Let's minimize that. So like I say, not really any restrictions here on the departure. So I'm going to just clear myself up to our cruising altitude. And then our arrival, we're expecting the Ernov 1, what was it, 1 Charlie, potentially, depends on which runway we're going with, basically. And then, yeah, it's basically just down one of these two forks, depending on the runway. Airport's down here, and we've got to be below flight level 110 for that arrival. So we'll bear that in mind, 250 knots as well. So keeping that in mind. And then we're not sure which approach we're going to go for yet. This is the wrong one. Let's go to the correct airport. However, if it's going to be the ILS for 22 on one of these, basically, by the sounds of things. If we do a quick METAR, we can see winds are 230, so it's going to be 22, one of the 22 runways. And yeah, basically very similar, both 3-degree glide slopes with a platform altitude of 3,000 feet. So we can expect one of those, and that is about it. The taxiing in Copenhagen is quite complex, but again, depends on which runway we're going to go for. And I'm not sure what stand I want, to be honest. What stand shall we go for, guys? I'm feeling maybe like... I feel like the CRJs for Scandinavian, I think they park actually over here. But I kind of fancy maybe one of these down here. Let's go for Echo 33. All right. That is our briefing. Great stuff. Let's close that down. Where can you get the Fuzzpad app? The Fuzzpad app doesn't actually exist. It's just an overlay on my stream, unfortunately. Sorry to be a disappointment, but it's just an overlay. All right, final couple of things here. We'll set our flight directors and our altitude to flight level 210. Okie doke. Before start checklist, passenger signs are on, landing elevation is set, altimeters are 1013 or 12. Is it 12? Sorry, no, it's 14. Altimeters 1014 set, both sides. FMS is checked and set, IRS is aligned, and nav radios and nav aids. We don't need any, so that's fine. We do have the radio set to 122.8 for Unicom. And then takeoff briefing is also complete. That just also reminds me, because we've got now the IRS aligned, let's turn the yaw damper on. That should be disappearing from this list here. Let me just go back to the main page, make sure it's not on there. Looking good. We've obviously still got all our doors open. And wide ears disappeared from here. We can do our radio altimeter test now. So we've got RA test and 50 feet showing. That test is okay. We can also test the cockpit voice recorder. Hold for 5 seconds. And we should get a green light. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. Crazy Sissy Boss Lady. Welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you on YouTube. Go for finger A or B. That's where planes from Sweden would normally be placed. Got you. Got you. Okay. Let's see. Which one was A or B? So if I bring this one back up. Oh, well. A or B is A or B. They're the only two forks. So, yeah. I mean... That's what we're expecting. I think last night when I flew in on 22, it was it was B. It was 1B, I think. Sorry, that was for 22 left, though. It's strange that 22 left and 22 right both have different branches here. But I guess it's for spacing reasons. 22 left is the main runway. Ah, okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. That means they'll probably be using that on VATSIM over 22 left then. Sorry, 22 right. I think Simbury, for some reason, I don't know what his logic is on choosing the runways, but I feel like it always seems to choose sometimes the runway that's not realistically the one they would actually use, but hey-ho. That's good to know, though. Thank you very much for that. I'll stick that in the flight plan. So I'll put the arrival for... I'll just put in... 22 left here, runway 22 left, and we'll just leave it at that for now. So at least then we'll get some more indication for our top of descent. You can actually see top of descent is showing up here right now. And we can also view that by going to VNav and descent info. That's not showing yet because we're not in flight. That was the wrong page. I didn't mean to show you that. But you can actually go to MFD data and you can see this really cool page here, which shows you a lot of detail, which is very, very nice. I do enjoy that. And you can also go MFD advance. Next page, you can even see, well, everything really. It's absolutely brilliant. And you can even see a top of climb on here, which is actually after our top of descent. So that's interesting. I'm not sure why SimBrief has chosen that. It's chosen that flight level because I chose the same target climb speed as what was in SimBrief. I wonder if we change this. So if we go like 250 and then we execute. I mean, it changed things a little bit, but it's not brought our top climb forward, has it? We'll just have to see how we get on. We'll see how we get on. I'll put this back to 290 for now. Oh well. Let's see how we get on anyway. Let's close the... we'll close this off. Actually, let me just see what else we've got on here. Oh my god, all the information. Look at all this stuff. This is just brilliant. It's amazing that all this stuff is all in here. Even got a secondary flight plan as well, but obviously we're not using that today. Okay, let's get going then. So, before start checklist, we did all this, so clear to start. In fact, let's get a bit of self-loading cargo on, why not? Where are we? There we go. CRJ 7. I think we might be a touch late here, actually. Oh, it's bang on quarter past. God damn it. Right, so let's go import from SimBrief. That's good. Let's add 15 minutes on just so we're not late right off the bat. And then we'll go for Scandinavian. CRJ 900. Amazing that they've got that sound pack on there. All right, start flight. 64 passengers. Let's go, ready for boarding, and then we're just going to have to try and glitch this out so that the doors work properly. By the way, 22 left is the main runway from 22 right, secondary only for use when they do runway inspection. It's because 22 right will mean that you do low pass over the terminal area. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, got that. I didn't actually think of that, but that makes total sense. In fact, we can actually just show everybody here what that exactly means. So if we look at the airport, yeah, that makes total sense because you've obviously got 22 right here, which flies straight over the main terminal area. Yeah, awesome. Thank you very much for that. That's very, very cool bit of knowledge there. Love to see it. All right, let's get these passengers on board. Seatbelts on. Let's minimize them down, and we are pretty much good to go. So APU, we can now get fired up. Let's get that turned on. Fuel boost pumps can come on as well, and we'll just check that that is on. Yeah, APU in byte, APU short valve open. Let's start that up. Okay, let's get our beacon light on now as well, and everything else is okay for now. Let's get a tug on the way. That's a torch, not a tug. APU is on. Personal devices are off. Electrics are checked. Takeoff data is set. Doors can now be closed. That would have been embarrassing, wouldn't it? Yeah, we'll close the doors. Beacon light is on. Fuel pumps and quantity are on. Quantity is what, 3,700 kilos. Hydraulic pumps are auto and on. Parking brake is currently off because we've still got the chocks in while we wait for the APU to start up here. Let's have a look how that's doing. There we go. We should have APU available now. We do indeed. Great stuff. Let's get the packs on and a recirculation fan as well. You can hear that bleed air coming through now. Let's go back down here and just check that power is being supplied by the APU. It is indeed. So you can see here the APU is now providing power to both AC buses and the external AC. You can see it's depicted here, but it's no longer providing power. So we can jump back over to the EFB, go to aircraft. We'll set the parking brake. We'll remove the wheel chock. Sorry. We'll remove the ground power car and then remove the chocks. Making sure the parking brake is actually set here. Let's go back to the status page. Parking brake on. Great stuff. Okay, let's get ready for pushback then. Yeah, okay. We are ready to rock. Let's go, guys. Let's get pushback. Let's get Tommy Tug on the way. Okie doke, here we go, guys. Mr. Tommy is here. Let's release that parking brake. And let's get underway. Okie dokie. Fuel pumps are on. Everything is looking good. Let's go right engine starts. M2 is rising. Ian, good afternoon, mate. Welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Extra feature from the opposite direction. 04 left would be the main runway for landing. You would then be directed straight to the terminal area. Amazing, dude. Thank you very much for that knowledge there. Much appreciated. Yeah, big fan of Copenhagen. So, yeah, thank you very much for that. N2 is above 20%. Let's get that fuel flow going. Okay, let's get him to give us a bit of a twisty. That's the wrong direction. Around that way. Alright, we got a Bing. Looking good. Okay. That's a good engine start. The N2s are kind of moving a little bit. I think it's because I touched my controller there. It's a bit sensitive at the moment, unfortunately. Alright, we're going to get him to stop us there, and we'll set the parking brake, and we'll send him on his way. Parking brake is actually set to make sure that fuel flow is, sorry, N2s are rising. Beautiful, over 20%. Let's bring that fuel flow. And just before I forget, we can actually go to the radio page. There's actually another page on here, so we can go and put our flight ID in here. I'm not sure if it actually does anything in terms of showing it on VATSIM, but why not? Let's stick it in there for completeness. There's even a COM3 in here as well. Not sure actually how you even access that radio, but I'm sure that doesn't work on VATSIM anyway. Alright, looking good. All the status messages are now gone. Okay. One thing I did forget to do was announce that I was pushing back on VATSIM, but There's nobody here, so I think we can probably be forgiven. Okay, let's do our after start check. Well, let's not do the after start checklist there yet. Let's set the flaps to 8. Let's go overhead, turn the manual crossflow on. We can stop the APU now. Well, we probably should have checked the electrics first, but that is looking good. So we'll wait for the APU to spool down a bit, and then we can turn it off. Takes a little while here. Let's just run the checklist while we wait. So after start checklist, generators are auto, electrics are checked, we've just done that, bleed valves are auto, packs are on, APU is off, anti-ice we can turn on now, and we can also arm the nose wheel steering. So we'll flick that on, go overhead, and we can also turn the anti-ice to on. So probes on every time probes come on, and we'll also turn the cowl and wing anti-ice on as well, and we'll shut down the APU. APU door closed, that's looking good. We've got a couple of white messages here. Let's just box those by hitting status here. And we are pretty much good to go. Let's just set our transponder to 1. And on VATSIM, I'll make sure to go to mode Charlie because that doesn't actually sync up just yet. And before we go any further, I do just want to make sure there's no controllers online still. There doesn't appear to be. I actually annoyed someone last night by taxiing to the runway when there were controllers on. But yeah, it all worked out okay in the end. Alright, great stuff. Let's get going then. Let's release that parking brake, and it should start rolling on its own with anti-ice on. Great stuff. Let's get the taxi lights on. They're very, very dim on this aircraft, but hey ho, let's get going. Thomas, welcome to the chat, brother. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Looks familiar. Are you from close by? Are you from the area? You may have told me before, but I have. I'm not gonna lie. I don't have the greatest memory. All right, so we're on our way here from Gothenburg. Now the setup is. We're going to do a few legs today here between Gothenburg and Copenhagen. But, yeah, the setup, obviously, when you first start is, you know, it's a little bit more than what it would be otherwise. Gothenburg traffic, Scandinavian 446, type CRJ 7, taxiing to runway 21. Hopefully it's runway 21. It is. Alright, great stuff. Let's get our weather radar on now, even though it doesn't work. I just like to not see off there in the corner. Looks like there is an aircraft on the way in. I keep seeing it flash up here. Let's make sure the TCAS is on above. Okay. Yeah, I don't see that plane anymore. Maybe they were going past or something. Yeah, definitely. Have we gone past the hold short line there? No, we haven't. That was the Cat 2 hold short line, wasn't it? Alright, let's go a little bit further forwards. And we'll do our before takeoff checklist. Now, we'll do our taxi check in a sec. There's definitely a few things on there I have forgotten. Yeah, here's the hold short. That was the Cat 2, I think. Yeah, it was. Or Cat 1, maybe. Well, it can't be Cat 1, but... maybe it's just a secondary hold short, I don't know. All right. All right, let's hold it there. Parking brake is set. Are we actually perfectly on the line here? Yes, we are. Oh my god, that's brilliant. Okie dokie. A few things that we didn't do. Thrust reversers can come to on now. Let's do a flight controls check. So flight controls is here. Let's go full left on the ailerons, full right, full up, full down, neutral, full left on the rudder, full right, and neutral. Beautiful stuff. Flaps are set to flaps 8. Flight controls are checked. Trims are green and checked. Thrust reversers are armed. Flight instruments checked. Brake temperature checked before takeoff checklist. Lights and strobes will come on in a second. Fuel crossflow is manual. Flight attendants are they advised? Let's make sure they are advised. There we go. They're advised. Transponder TCAS is on and set. Radar is set. CAS is checked. Let's just double check that. Make sure there's nothing there. And bring this back to the status page. Great stuff. Alright, let's get underway. Landing lights on. Strobe lights on. And let's just give the passengers a quick ping. That's the torch. Let's just check the approach sector. We are looking good. Gothenburg traffic, Scandinavian 446 lining up and taking off runway 21. Alright, let's get our takeoff mode on. We've got takeoff there on the PFD, and we've got the flight directors pitched up now. Okay. Alright, holding it on the toe brakes. Let's go up to 60% N1. And releasing that up to toga, which is actually flex in this case. Side stick far forward, pulling back at 80 knots. And that's V1 and rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Okay, and speed mode, nav mode. Let's follow those flight directors just for a short while here. Climb thrust set, autopilot engaged. Speed is now 200 knots. Bringing up those flaps to 1 and then to 0, speeding up to 250 knots. There we have it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Not as busy as Dublin the other night. Not quite, Steve, no. Not quite. Alright, and we are out of here. That was a pretty nice departure there. I'm a little bit concerned as why has it got this little curly left turn here? Doesn't seem to be following it, so I didn't see that before. Looks like we're good though. Leveling off, standard pressure. at 5,000 feet. See how the passengers are doing in the back. They're looking good. So let's take the seatbelts off nice and early here once we get through these clouds, which we pretty much are. Let's take them off now. There we go. Oh, straight back in, but I think we're okay. We want to get that rating up, don't we, guys? We want to get that rating up. Let's do a quick... do we want to do a food service? This is a very, very, very short flight. I don't even know if we're going to have time for anything. And it is getting a little bit bumpy here. Let me just put the seatbelts back on. Alright, let's do a climb check here real quick. All good. Okay, let's just turn the crossflow off and the thrust reversers can come off as well. CAS is checked and okay. Let's turn the seatbelt signs back off now, as we are now actually pretty much through the clouds this time. Top of descent, as you can see, is right here. Let's center that heading bug. However, I mean, that top of descent is a bit... I think it's taking into account that waypoint, isn't it, on the arrival? Let's have a look. Oh, attrib is 4,900 feet here, which is definitely not right. I'm not sure why it's saying 4,900 actually. Let me see my VNAV page. Yeah, that looks correct. Interesting. Interesting. Anyway, that top of descent is not correct, if that is the case. So, yeah, a bit confused about that one. I know there is a bug at the moment with some rather strange behaviours to do with SIDs and stars being in the wrong order and stuff. This is the last waypoint on our SID, so could be related. Not sure. Sorry, attrib is on the star. Alright. Great stuff, great stuff. Okay, so let me just have a quick look here. Let's see if we can get the ATIS for Copenhagen. 122750. Let's go on COM2 here. There we go, and we'll turn it on. Not hearing it, might be too far away. Let's get a text one. Yeah, they're using 2-2 left. So let's get that stuck in. Arrivals 2-2 left. We'll go ILS 2-2 left, and we can count on the 2-2 left would be Ernov 1 Foxtrots. In fact, what does Ernov 1 November look like? Let's see. Just interested. Oh, okay. PRNAV approval required. Okay, so that's probably unlikely they're gonna be using that one. So let's go for Ernov 1 Foxtrot, and our transition will be well, we're just going to use vectors, I think, because I don't really want to do that transition. I assume we'll get vectors by the center controller anyway, so let's go execute. Now, it did this to me last night where it added in this random waypoint, but luckily it doesn't seem to follow it. It's like in the past on the way on the planet. It's so strange. If I go here and then I press... Oh, I can't go previous there. I think you can go previous on this one. Yeah, look, it's this 900 waypoint. I'm not sure why it does that. Very bizarre. Anyway, let's go to our legs page and just rectify this. So we want to get earn of. Oops, that changed while I was pressing it there. That could have been dangerous. So we want to get earn of with the flight level 110 and below restriction. We want to put that over this earn of. And execute. And then we'll get rid of this discontinuity as well after the vectors leg. We are about to level off. Let's go to vertical speeds. 1,000 feet per minute. Alright, and that should be looking good. Let's have a quick look on this page here. Okay, cool. Top of climb, 5 miles. Descent in 11 miles. Wait, it doesn't show top of descent, does it? Let me see. Oh, it's because we've already passed it, even though we changed our arrival. I feel like it should have recalculated, but... hey ho. Oh no, there's a top of descent here. Huh. I don't know, maybe because we already passed one top of descent? I am not sure. Anyways, let's get our VNav window open and we can monitor that. I told you this was a short flight, guys. Alright. Let's bring up this page, direct intercept page. Let's minimize that. So earn off, if we wanted to start our descent now, we'd need 1,200 feet per minute on a 2-degree angle. We can actually wait a bit longer to descend, so I'm not sure about this one. VNav, descent info. Yeah, we're just going to wait for that to go up to 3 degrees. We don't need to descend just yet. We are gaining a little bit of speed in the cruise here, which is fine. That's what I want. Alright. Oof, yes. Look at this cloudage out here. This is nice. Got some layers going on. Got beautiful sunlight out here. Got a bit of ice there. Oh no, we don't. A quick browse out the window here. Looking pretty cool. Oh yes. Alright. Lee, Fiddle and Abdullah, thank you very much for the follows. Hope you're well and having a fantastic week. Welcome to the stream. Alright. Beautiful, beautiful. This livery also has even SAS like head mats on it as well, which is quite cool. I've not seen that one yet. Okay, 2.5 degrees. Alright, let's slow down a bit. We are going a bit quick here. We want our target speed to be about 290. And there we go. We've got the controller getting in touch with us. 12137. Which controller is this? Is it Copenhagen radar? Copenhagen control, okay. Copenhagen Control, good afternoon. Scandinavian 446 with you at flight level 210. We are inbound Atrib.
Scandinavian 446, Copenhagen Control, good afternoon. Squawk 6243.
Squawk 6243, Scandinavian 446. Alright, we got that in.
Good afternoon, Scandinavian 548, gate Bravo 7, request to London, Scandinavian 548. Scandinavian 548, Copenhagen Control, good estimate information Echo current, clear to Heathrow, via Lango 1 Charlie departure, runway 22 right, squawk 5253. Clear destination, Lango 1 Charlie, 22 right, squawk 5253, Scandinavian 548. Canon 548 Ritz. Canon 446 identified. Cleared air of 1 Foxtrot arrival. Expect 182 to left.
Cleared NAV1 Foxtrot arrival. Expecting 22 left. Scandinavian 446. We are ready for descent as well, by the way.
British airspace, Monmouth Unicom, frequency 122 days, Malay for right.
He probably didn't hear that. He said NAV1 Foxtrot. Let's make sure that's in. Yeah, we're looking good.
Hey, firm North Carolina for 1, Monmouth Unicom, frequency 122 days, Malay for right.
Roger, Monicum, Monster Unicom on to destination, North Carolina for 1, bye.
Scandinavian 446 ready for descent.
Good over 6 miles, contact rate, radar, frequency 123, decimal 925, for right. 123, 925, over 615.
Scandinavian 908, Whiskey Airborne, 3200.
Scandinavian 908, Whiskey, Copenhagen identified, flight level 190, cleared left and direct CMAC.
Contact level 490, cleared left direct CMAC for Scandinavian 908, Whiskey.
Scandinavian 125, flight level 220.
Climb 220, Scandinavian 125.
Scandinavian 446, descent flight level 100.
Descend flight level 100, Scandinavian 446. There we go. Got the descent clearance. Beautiful. Let's go down. We're going to have a pretty hefty descent rate to begin with. 4,000 feet per minute. Yeah, because we've got to make this restriction at Ernov. Oh, could have should have idled the thrust levers a little bit earlier there. Let's see if we can get a bit of a higher descent going just for a little while here. Let's see what the passengers think, see if they're complaining. No, they're fine.
Scandinavian 446 information echo. Expect radar vectors ILS approach on runway 22 left. Leave air now setting 190 please.
Information echo, expecting vectors 422 left, Scandinavian 446. And please repeat heading.
Leave Ernov heading 190 degrees.
Leave Ernov heading 190, Scandinavian 446.
Scandinavian 3004, contact frame radar, frequency 123.
We are going to need some spoilers here, otherwise we'll be overspeeding momentarily. Alright, we can actually bring that descent rate back now. I'm not sure why it's giving me such a high descent rate here. Actually, no.
Scandinavian 3004, contact frame and radar, frequency 123, decimal 925.
Okay, we are going to definitely need some more speed brakes here. Let's go for that. Okay, we're heading 190. Descending flight level 60, Scandinavian 446.
Scandinavian 548, ready for push start. Scandinavian 548, stand Bravo 7, push and start approved, QNH 1018. Push and start is approved, QNH 1018, Scandinavian 548.
Alright, let's minimize this. We're going to put the seatbelts on now. Ping that, we'll get our landing lights on and our taxi lights as we come below 10,000. Alright, let's get those speed brakes stowed now. We're looking a bit better.
Left heading 130 degrees, correction. Yeah, left hand heading 130.
Left heading 130, Scandinavian 446.
Scandinavian 446. Descend altitude 3000 feet, QNH 1018.
Descending 3000, QNH 1018, Scandinavian 446.
Correct. West wind 1439, contact Bremen radar, frequency 123.925.
Okay, let's get a bit more speed braking. We do need to be going below 250 at this point.
West wind 3631, contact Bremen radar, frequency 123.925. 123.925, west wind position.
Alright, we can actually decrease our descent rate just a little bit.
Momentarily.
Alright, let's do our descent checklist. Landing elevation is set, fuel is checked, TCAS is in fact still on above, so let's get that to below. For now, radar is on, CAS is checked, landing data is not set. Let's just set that right there. And our approach briefing we did earlier, so that is good. Alright, cool. That was some pretty rapid instruction there, so I had to really focus there to get it all done. But there we go. We're looking good now. We can relax for just a moment here. Dieter, thank you very much for your kind words, brother. Ryan, what is a pop-up that shows how the passengers feel? Is that in the game? No, it's not. It's an add-on called self-loading cargo. Let's reduce this down even further here, and we can get the thrust levers back in. Mike, thank you very much for the 50 stars, brother. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you again in the chat.
And all stations, Copenhagen is back on frequency.
Wait, I did not hear that. QNH is 1018. Let's just verify that. 1017 in game. That's fine. Let's bring the thrust levers back a bit. We don't want to go too quick. Okay, we've got the green needles. We are looking good. We've lost our snowflake though. I'm not sure why that is.
And have a good afternoon, and Canon 1155. Likewise, sir. Scandinavian 446, to right heading 190 degrees.
To right heading 190, Scandinavian 446.
Scandinavian 548, ready for taxi. Scandinavian 548, holding taxi, holding point Alpha 1, runway 22 right, via taxiway Papa, Foxtrot, Alpha, cross runway 30.